Valley Talk on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
Valley Talk, Dave Adams. I'm glad to have you with us today. And with us in the studio, we're going to have a very, very busy show. There's going to be a lot of people passing through the turnstiles, so to speak, here at the Albany studios, the KGAL Valley Talk studios here in Albany. First of all, we have Mike Mason in the studio, and we also have Lynn Young's development director with ABC House, all because of children. Now, we had originally scheduled to have a gentleman from Mark Thomas Motors here, but they're so busy there today actually doing what we're going to be talking about that we had to bring in Lynn. So, Lynn, first of all, thank you for being on Valley Talk.
Thank you for having me here.
Mike, tell us what's going on at Mark Thomas Motors.
Well, we didn't have to bring in Lynn. We were privileged to have her here. It's just an addition to what Mark Thomas Motors is doing.
We're very honored to have her here.
Thank you.
It's tax time at Mark Thomas Motors. Tax time community, charity, and sales events going on right now. It started today. If you got your mailer, they mailed them out, and you can you probably have a key already, and that key could start a car. You could win a car at Mark Thomas Motors. 6 days only, today through Sunday, February 17th. Payments available at 0% down, and as low as $132 a month on your car, so you can get into a brand new car. They even have a Grand Prix as low as $999, under $1,000, so you can get into a car. What's special about all this is that it's, as it's called, the Tax Time Community Charity and Sales Event at Mark Thomas Motors at Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Get in the car you want at great prices. But the partial proceeds will be donated to benefit the ABC House. Right here in the Albany area, which helps your local community every day. It's got just a wonderful community. Is the Child Abuse Intervention Center serving Benton and Lynn counties, and we've got the big G's here. Lynn, you can tell us more about ABC as they provide.
We're giving you all kinds of comments today, aren't we?
Yes. For those of you that don't know, ABC House has been in this community for 15 years, helping children after there's been a report to either the police department or DHS or through a medical doctor of a suspicion of child abuse. And we're the next place that those children are brought, and we have a doctor on our staff who's a specialist in the area of child abuse, and we do medical examinations there, and it's in a child-friendly environment, so it's not scary for kids. We also have people that are trained on how to interview children to get them to say in their own words what's been happening to them, and try to determine whether there is an issue of safety that needs to be addressed for that child. And also we have a family advocate that works with the family to help them, because you can imagine they're pretty upset when they come in the door and they find something has happened to their child, and helps them understand the process that is going to happen, what's going to happen in our building, and also going forward what their rights are and that sort of thing.
Are you seeing the requests for your services increasing because of the economy and more stress in the home? How much?
We have seen a market increase over the last 5 years, double-digit increases each year. From 2010 or 2011, we had a 19% increase in the number of child abuse cases that we saw. And this last year, it went up by about 10%. So we had around 600 child abuse cases that we worked with, and this last year, 661. And about 58% of those were girls, and 42% of those were boys. And the biggest portion of the age group is 0 to babies to 6 years old, and that was 54% of the cases. But we see kids all the way up to age 18 in our facility.
Now, April's a special month for you guys.
Yes, April is a National Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. And so right now we are in the process of looking for partners, much like Mark Thomas Motors is doing right now, to partner with us during the month of April to allow us to put information about ABC House and child abuse in their business, and then also do some sort of a promotion to raise money for the cause. One of the partnerships we're working on right now is with Alon Brothers Coffee, and they're they have offered to make an ABC House blend of coffee.
Oh, nice.
And in whole bean and ground, and we will businesses that would like to put those on their counter and sell those for us. We will make a contribution of about $5.50 per pound sold. So we're looking for partners on that. And other businesses we're talking to are considering doing things like Mark Thomas to make a donation for every sale of a product that they make, or a special day where they donate the proceeds.
How important is it for businesses like Mark Thomas Motors to step up and help you guys do what you do?
Well, it's very important to us because we are totally funded by grants and donations. We are not a government agency. We're not a tax-funded agency. And so we have to rely on the community for their financial support so that we can keep up with the growing need for our services. We actually added another half-time doctor this last year because of the number of children we were seeing. Our one physician couldn't see them all. I mean, just couldn't respond. She was on call 24/7, and it was, really, we were really wearing her out. So we had to get some help. And that takes money, and about 50% of our budget is just straight out contributions from the community. So that's why it's important.
Great. Well, thank you to Mark Thomas Motors for doing this. Mike, tell us what's going on at MTM today.
Well, there's a wedding key. It's been mailed out, so check your mailer. The insurance company hopes you don't come in, but we hope you. They hope you'll. The odds of winning are better than the lotto. Grand prize to give away if you received a key. It starts at the 2013 Dodge Dart. Or you might win $2,500 cash, or an Apple iPod, or 3 gold coins. There's a scratch and win. Tax time only at Mark Thomas Motors. 6 days. It starts today, and the savings are huge, and the incentives are great too, because once you go in and you're saving money during tax time community charity and sales event at Mark Thomas Motors. Like we just said, a partial of the funds will be donated to benefit the ABC House. And ABC House provides a safe, respectful, and healing environment for children who are victims of abuse. Now, since 1997, over 5,000 children and families from Lynn and Benton counties have been served by the ABC House, the mission, and that's pretty impressive. And it's kind of a sad ordeal that we actually need those services in a community where we should educate them with respect and loving our children.
Question, so is it per car or is it test drive? I know some dealerships do test drives.
This is a partial of the proceeds, so they're going to decide in that regard what goes to donated to the benefit of the ABC House. So we're asking everyone to go on what you can actually do. They've got a new 2013 Dodge Dart. It's for 84 months, $226.53 a month. I mean, these are just cars they have now. The new 2003 Dodge Grand Caravan for $266 a month for 84 months. No payments for 90 days. The new 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $8,251. And payments available at 0% down, and for some cars, $175 a month. Now, these are great prices, so no reason you can roll for the dough too. They've got a lot of fun stuff going on there. So if you've got your mailer, take it in there, because it's got a number on it and a key. And once you purchase something, you'll be helping out the community as well. It's a double-edged sword, win-win situation for everyone.
So if you're looking for a car, by all means, stop by Mark Thomas Motors today through Sunday.
Through Sunday, yeah, at 5.
And they've got some people there that would love to help you out. I was just down there. I dropped one of our employees off down at Mark Thomas Motors.
Well, the boss bought a car down there, too. A beautiful Hyundai.
Yeah, there's lots of cars on the lot. In fact, there was a car carrier there unloading new cars.
Mark Thomas Motors, 4 generations, the only locally owned auto dealer in Albany left, because he does it right. He helps out in the community. So if you shop local, all your money will be in the local community. It'll be flowing here. Just a win-win situation, and you'll be helping out ABC House. And Lynn, what else would you like to say about the ABC House to get people interested?
Well, I'd like to say if there's any other businesses that are listening today that would like to do something like this and partner with us in not only in April but anytime, to please give me a call. My number's 541-926-2203, and I'd love to hear from you. One thing I did want to mention, because you asked about the economy and whether or not it had an impact on child abuse. Last year, for first year, we saw a real uptick in the percentage of children that came to us because of physical abuse. And a lot of times physical abuse occurs because of drug and alcohol abuse, which is tied to, depression and job loss and other things. So, and these kids, this isn't a kid long away, not in Portland. These are kids
right next door.
Yeah, in your neighborhood. In
they're
Lynn
not
and
easily
Benton
spotted.
County.
They keep it to themselves.
Well, it's, kids are ashamed.
Yeah.
And
they
they're
don't know
afraid.
that. They're not educated enough to say, hey, I need help. It's knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys actually have a Vision of Hope tours.
Yes. Some of the things we're doing to educate the community is we actually have a person that goes into the schools, junior high and middle school and high schools, to speak to students about what child abuse is, how to report it if you or someone you know is being subjected to it, and also about internet safety, how to protect themselves from the predators that are out there, and many other topics of importance. We also do tours of ABC House on Thursday mornings by appointment only, or we can do them before or after hours because we respect our clients' privacy. But community members, we've had church groups come. I've got a high school class coming on Thursday to take a tour. Business leaders, we really want people to know what's going on in our community and how big the problem is and what they can do to help us address it.
Well, thank you for everything you do. How long have you been with ABC House?
I've been with ABC House 2.5 years.
Seeing it make a big impact in the community?
Am I?
Yes.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure out and about a lot.
Well, the results must be gratifying
to
see something, at least something happening to remedy.
Absolutely. The children that come to our facility, I'm so glad that they're there and they're getting help. It's the children we don't see that are out there that no one's reported are the ones I worry about.
Wow. Well, so we encourage everyone to shop at Mark Thomas Motors. Need a new car, thinking about getting a new car. You've got, starting today, it was 6 days only through February 12th, this Sunday, February 17th. And till 5 o'clock to get in there. Tax time, community, charity, and sales event. Your tax return is your down payment. And once you do that, get in there. Make sure you check your mailer for the key and the numbers. And you could be a big winner in many different ways. And you'll be a big winner, too, because the partial proceeds will be donated to benefit ABC House. And we want to thank Lynn
for more information, just go to our website. It's abchouse.org.
Lynn, anything you'd like to add in closing?
No, I just appreciate the support of the community. We couldn't do what we do without your support here at KGAL K Show and the rest of the community that helps us out. Thank you very much.
We're honored to do it. These kids are great, and thank you for everything you do at ABC House.
Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate it coming in, and we're honored to represent that as well.
Mike, anything from Mark Thomas Motors as far as closing thoughts?
I'm going over there right now to see if I can find a great deal. 6 days through Sunday.
Just get them while they're hot. And also help make a great deal on a great new car, and also help out ABC House and what they do and continue to help them be a tremendous asset to the community and help kids that are really in need. ABC, because it's all about children, all because of children.
Thanks, Dave.
That's why they call it ABC House.
Boy, you've got a group in here. What's going on?
Okay, the next segment of Valley Talk today, the Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program. We have 21 kids out here.
They're all pretty excited. They're giggling and stuff.
And we're going to interview them all here in the next 40 minutes.
Well, that'll be interesting.
The clock starts now. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Kimberly Montgomery, and we're going to be talking to 21 kids here at the Albany Youth Leadership Program with the Chamber of Commerce and find out just what our leaders of tomorrow are thinking about today, as we said in our promo. This is Valley Talk. Be right back.
Going out to lunch at a nice restaurant can be expensive, and the big portions put you more in the mood for a nap than a productive afternoon. Mama's Fine Italian to the rescue. The small appetite senior menu is just right. Anyone and everyone is invited to order from the Light Appetites menu for lunch from 11 to 4 p.m. with tasty entrees beginning at only $3.95. Why go hungry or go anywhere else for lunch? Eat healthy, eat light at Mama's. Closed Sunday and Monday, so make the most of Tuesday through Friday and join your friends at Mama's for lunch. Dinner only on Saturday. Mama's features charbroiled steaks every day. Make reservations for dinner or pick up a bottle of fine wine. Seating is limited, so please call for reservations. 541-451-5050. That's 451-5050. Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop on West Oak between Main and 2nd in Lebanon, across from the Big Blue Napa Auto Parts building.
Serving Albany and the Willamette Valley for 37 years. Hi, this is Dean Stavros with Pacific Auto Body and Paint. We have diversified our services over the last 10 years. So to better connect with our customers, we are changing our name to Stavros Auto Services. This will help our customers remember that Dean and Jason Stavros offer the best in mechanical, collision, glass, and RV repair. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got our name on it. Find us at packautobody.com.
When we were first looking at St. Anne Christian schools, we learned that our kids could still play sports and be involved in a lot of activities, even though they were at a Christian school. Now that we're there, I like that the kids they go to school with are kids that I'm not afraid for them to hang out with. The truth is, we work hard and make sacrifices so that we can have them at St. Anne Christian, but it's worth it.
Come to our open house on March 5th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to see what is available for your kids at St. Anne Christian Schools.
My name is Shauna, and my husband and I chose St. Anne Christian for our kids.
Are you recently engaged to be married? Then help make that special day perfect by attending the free 9th Annual Lebanon Bridal Show, Sunday, February 17th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at Sandy M. Place Wedding and Event Hall in Lebanon. You'll find photographers, DJs, and music, jewelry, door prizes, and more. So go to Lebanon Bridal Show and Sandy M. Place Facebook for more information. If you're recently engaged or planning a wedding, don't miss the 9th Annual Lebanon Bridal Show at Sandy M. Place Wedding and Event Hall, Sunday, February 17th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. 139 Main Street in Lebanon.
Let's take a quick quiz. Do you have faucets that seem to always drip or won't turn off completely? Do you never seem to have enough hot water? Do your drains run slower? Do you have low water pressure? If you answered yes to any of these, then you may have leaks in your home water system. The longer you let those leaks go, the more expensive the repairs could be. Now's the time to call Servco Incorporated, your licensed, bonded, certified plumbing professionals. They'll get the job done right. Servco Incorporated at 1200 East Grant Street in Lebanon. Now open Saturdays. Call 541-451-5090 or go online, servcoinc.net.
The Car Show, Saturday afternoons on News Talk 1580, KGAL.
Welcome to Valley Talk. We have a studio filled with anxious students. Then they're anxious to get on the radio and talk about everything that they're learning at the Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program. With us to talk about that is Kimberly Montgomery. Kim, can we call you Kim?
Yes.
How are you doing today?
Good.
So tell me about the Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program. What's it all about? What's going on?
So we have students from South Albany, West Albany, and St. Anne Christian, and they have all applied to be in this program. It's a year-long program, and we meet once a month, and we have a topic that we cover each month. Today is our volunteer day, so we went to Lynn Benton Food Share and helped them out, and then we are going to give to the troops next.
What did you do at Food Share?
We packed boxes for them. We sorted food. We helped them with bags, sweeping, just different tasks that they asked us to do.
Okay, Kim, thanks for bringing all the students. And we also have a volunteer. And from, what's your name?
My name is Holly Hood. And
let me turn your microphone on.
Central Willamette Community.
Go ahead and move that microphone closer to your, and then talk right into it.
And Central Willamette allows me to come along with the group each month and participate and help answer any questions they may have or anything Kim needs me to do.
And what's your name?
My name is Holly Hood.
What do you enjoy about getting involved with this class?
Well, I just love the kids. These are a remarkable group of students, and it shows they are the future leaders of our community, and it's really great to be a part of that.
Let's talk to some of the students. First of all, Megan Dwyer. Megan, thank you for being with us on Valley Talk. Go ahead and move that microphone to you and talk right into it. So tell me what you get out of this program.
Actually, we're learning a lot about our community in Albany, and we're learning a lot about what careers are available to us in Albany. So I've learned a lot about what I want to do and where I want to go in life.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm looking into being a teacher and a lawyer, either one. I like both. So when our job shadow day comes up, we will see what interests me.
Have you shadowed either one of those yet?
No, that'll be in either April or May.
Which one are you leaning towards and why?
Ooh, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up because they're so different. So I guess, I don't know, it's kind of two different sides of my personality too, so.
What are the young people thinking about, maybe worrying about today? You know, there's a lot in the world that catches our attention. There's a lot of bad stuff going on, Middle East, the economy, so on and so forth. What's catching your attention, and what are you thinking about when we're talking about the future?
Definitely our economy. I just took a class that involved like a lot of contemporary things in our world, and it's kind of scary, you know, learning about what's going on in our world. I'm in economics right now, and just learning about where we're going and where we're headed. I want to make sure that I have a sturdy job in the future so that, you know, I have enough money to support a family or myself or whoever.
What do you think we need to do to shape up the economy?
Oh, that's a tough question. I don't know. There's so many different, I mean, we've tried so many different things and our debt just keeps going up, so I don't know.
You think we need to get control of the national debt?
Yeah, definitely.
Haley Havelsrud.
Havelsrud. Yeah.
I was close.
Close, yeah.
What do you want to do when you...
when I grow up?
Well, I was going to say that, but what do you want to do with your life as you go on, you know, with your career and so on and so forth?
Well, I want to be a teacher for kids with special needs. And
why?
Because I've always had a thing for kids, and I think that being able to work with kids who have special needs is more of a benefit because you put more into it trying to get them to learn, and you get more out of it being a teacher and working with kids who need more help.
In your top 10 list of the biggest concerns that we as citizens of the world, as citizens in the United States, need to be concerned about, what's top on your list?
Top on my list? Probably what we were just talking about in the economy. And just, you know, the economy and everything like that.
How do we fix it? Any ideas?
I don't know. I think I don't know how to answer this.
It's a tough question, I know.
It is a tough question. I think that we all just need to be a little bit more aware of what's going on around us. If people had a better idea what was going on around us, they would be less likely to keep repeating what's happening.
What are you getting out of the Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program?
I'm getting an experience to meet kids from new schools that I've really grown to like and do things for Albany that I didn't even know was, here, and volunteer and just have a good time.
All right. Go ahead and move the microphone over there. And then you two, thank you very much. Go ahead and move out of the studio. We'll have two more come in here while we're talking to, and what's your name?
Amanda Kitchen.
Amanda Kitchen?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Do you want to work in the kitchen?
No.
Oh, okay.
It'd be fun, though. I want to be a nurse.
Why?
I think it'd be fun to help other people, like, medically. I can go out and watch them as I, help them. So I can watch them get better. I think that would be better.
Have you done any job shadowing of nursing?
No, I would like to, though. So when we do job shadow, I put down I wanted to be a nurse.
You're afraid of the sight of blood?
No.
Oh, good.
Not really.
Biggest concern that we should face going into the future, when we talk about the future, what rises to the top of your list?
I guess what they said, the economy. I don't really have anything else to say. Just, being aware of everything that's going around, not to be blind to what's happening.
What are you getting out of the Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program?
I get to see businesses that I've never seen or heard about before. So, we'll drive out to what seems like the middle of nowhere, and there'll be a building there that actually helps us a lot. So it's nice to see that.
What's the biggest surprise you've learned in this class?
How much little businesses help us, I guess.
They say small business is the engine of the economy.
Yes.
Are you finding that's the truth?
Yeah, from what I've seen. So.
Okay. Well, good luck in the nursing career.
Oh, thank you.
Have you thought about what kind of nursing you want to be? Is it ER or?
Maybe a traveling nurse, to go to different places and foreign countries and help them out.
Okay, well, good luck at that.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on Valley Talk. Go ahead and let's swing this all the way over to Otis. Go ahead and pull that towards you.
Hello.
Otis, how you doing?
Good.
So, tell me, what are you learning out of the Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program? What are you taking away?
I'm learning a lot about the local economy, how it's really important to keep money flowing in the local economy, not sending it out to bigger companies out. It's really important. Yeah, really important to keep it local.
Any ideas about how we can fix the economy?
Well, I think cutting down spending would be great. It would help our national debt, of course.
National debt, a big issue as far as you're concerned?
Definitely.
Do you think that's our biggest concern today?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing that is really scares me going towards the future is how much national debt we have and how much longer we're going to keep going down this road.
What's your career aspirations?
I'm hoping to go into sports marketing. I love sports, and I want to go into a job that is something that I love. So obviously, sports marketing is a great thing for me. I like business as well, so it's kind of a perfect fit for me.
Do you play sports?
Yes.
Which one?
I play baseball and I do cross country.
Which one do you like better?
Baseball.
Baseball, why?
I don't know. I think it's more fun. I've played since I was 6.
Baseball is a game of statistics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. What's your position?
I play third base and pitcher.
All right. Otis, congratulations for being thanks for being in the Youth Leadership Program, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Go ahead and move the microphone here. Is it Caitlin?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, what's your last name?
Leaper.
What do you want to do when you go beyond Albany and, maybe you're going to stay here. You're going to stay here, or you're going to move to another city?
I think I'll stay around here for a while at least.
What do you want to do when you grow up, as they say?
Grow up. I think I want to become a lawyer because I'm really interested in the way our government works.
What kind of law?
Oh, gosh. Probably criminal law.
Why is that? Are you a CSI fan?
No, not really, but I don't know. I just really like kind of how it's like a puzzle and you have to put together the pieces to figure out what's going on.
What's the biggest concern you have as we look at the future?
Everyone keeps talking about the fiscal cliff and how we're coming closer to it, so I think that's something that our government needs to work on, bipartisanship between different parties.
What about crime statistics, crime rate? You mentioned criminal law is something you want to get into. Are you concerned about what's going on with crime, and what do you think we could do to maybe stem some of that?
I think just educating our young people about violence and getting them into programs where they don't become exposed to it.
What are you taking away from the Youth Leadership Program at the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce?
I'm learning a lot about not just Albany today, but also Albany in the past and how we've grown as a town.
Is our heritage important, and why?
I think it's very important because it leads us into the future and it develops our economy and how we're becoming as people.
Okay. Well, thank you, Caitlin. Congratulations. Thanks for being part of the program, and thanks for talking to us on Valley Talk. You're going to have to help me with your first name here. Kayla?
Kayla, yeah.
And what's your last name, Kayla?
Milsna.
What do you want to do in the future?
I want to be a lawyer, specifically defense attorney. So.
Why defense attorney?
I don't know. I went to a camp over the summer and did a mock trial, and I really enjoyed the defense side of things. I'm not sure exactly which area I want to go into. I don't know if it'll be criminal or more like family law, but the defense side of it and arguing against like the person that is doing the accusing just interests me more.
You know what would be interesting? If the young lady who is sitting right here ends up being a prosecutor in a case, and you end up being the defense attorney. I saw you way back then in Albany, Oregon, when we were on that talk show.
That definitely would be interesting.
Biggest concern for the future for you, what is it?
For me, it's more education. I think the biggest worry that I have future-wise, and I know I'm not the only one with the worry, is
getting a good education is very important to me, but costs of it financially are so high now that a lot of students end up having to take a cheaper route, which isn't always as beneficial, or end up having to take longer to get their degree, or even say that they can't afford college just because of the pricing of it. And I would hate for something as money to hold people back from their dreams and to hold people back from getting a good education, because I feel like for our country to move forward, that's the biggest thing.
Is that a personal concern for you as you're going into law, which...
Yes, it's definitely a personal concern for me, because I really wanted to go to a private college. That was my top choice, but financially I can't afford it, knowing that I'm going to be going on to law school, so I have to go to a public university, which is still a good school, but it wasn't my number one choice. But because of financial struggles, I have to choose that route, and I know I'm not the only one that's had to kind of, I guess, settle.
Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program. How long have you been involved? What are you taking away from it?
This was my first year in it, and what I'm taking away from it is I didn't realize, outside of personal growth, I didn't realize how much Albany had to offer. As far as, like, you always hear people say it's kind of just a city that doesn't really have much, and how they can't wait to get out of it from the younger generation. But we have a lot of companies such as like the Oregon Freeze Dry and stuff that ship to places all over the U.S. and the Pacific Northwest, and I didn't realize that in such a little town you could have companies that affect people from a much greater distance. So that was one of the most interesting things to hear. And even, like, we went to the Oregon Food Share today, and they also do a lot of shipments up into, she said, like Washington, Northern California, and Idaho, I believe, all from this one little city.
So when you helped out at Oregon Food Share, you mentioned you want to be a defense attorney. You want to help people. So there's a part of you that wants to help people. What did you take away from that experience where you're actually helping hand out food to people?
We didn't actually specifically hand out food, but we had to sort through a lot of it. And I didn't, it makes you really thankful for what you do have, because we complain sometimes if our parents buy like the wrong kind of chips or something, and then these people are just happy for anything that they can have. So it kind of opens up your eyes and wants you to be, not only help out more in the future, but also makes you a lot more humble and more grateful for what you do have.
Okay, Kayla, thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Go ahead and swing this over to Ashley. Ashley, what's your last name?
Balk.
What are you taking away from the Greater Albany Chamber Youth Leadership Program?
I've really enjoyed the volunteering, because it's something that's really interests me in leadership and different things, just being able to help in the community and make a difference. So even today when I got to sweep the parking lot at the packing place, it was wonderful to be like, I know it was a lot of work, but it was interesting to know that something that small can make such a big difference in their lives. Like just sweeping rocks out of someone's parking lot can help them do other things. So
what do you want to do in the future?
I want to be an elementary music teacher, or actually a radio station person. So
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to be a talk show host?
I don't know. Maybe more like a music radio station, but like talking to. I don't know.
Maybe a disc jockey? How about combine the two and interview an artist about the song, possibly?
That would be fantastic.
So you're enjoying the program, Youth Leadership?
Yes.
You mentioned volunteering is important.
Yes.
Why is that sticking out as your mind is so important?
I think because since I was younger, my family has always made it important to be able to give back, because I was fortunate to have a lot when I was younger. So being able to give that to the community was always something that was really important to my family. And so now, as I'm getting older, I want to make that one of my big priorities. So I volunteer at like my church every Sunday with the kids in the children's music program. So.
Okay. You like working with kids?
Yes.
Well, thank you for being with us
Thank
today.
you.
Go ahead and swing that over to Chris. Chris, what's your last name?
Shills.
Shivels?
Shills.
Shills.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That is good to
listen to what you guys are saying. So what do you want to do in the future?
In the future, I want to go into the medical field, more the psychiatric part of that, but really anything in the medical field would be good for me.
Interesting choice. Why?
Well, psychiatric part because...
The Osgood File is sponsored in part by Regis. Let Regis help you to focus on your business while they take care of your workspace needs. Get 2 months free on a fully wired and furnished office. Call 1-800-OFFICES. This is Charles Osgood. 2 British designers have come up with a wonderfully low-cost, low-tech, high-impact source of light for 1/3 of the people on Earth. It requires no batteries, no kerosene or fuel of any kind, and there's no running out of what it runs on, which is gravity. Jim Reeves is one of the 2 creators.
So the product consists of the generator ambient light unit. It's shipped in a very robust bag which takes ballast. You take it out of its bag, you fill this bag with gravel, sand, soil, you attach the bag, you hang the product, and when you lift the bag, then you have your light source.
More after this. Businesses, from startups to Fortune 500 firms, have something in common. They're intentional, they focus on success, and they don't get distracted. And many successful businesses have something else in common. They work from a Regus office. Your beautifully furnished wired Regus office can be ready when you need it, with a receptionist, access to meeting rooms, and state-of-the-art video conferencing, all with no long-term lease. Regus is the new way to work. Call 1-800-OFFICES and get 2 months free when you mention Osgood. That's 1-800-OFFICES. In this moment, who has your back? An insurance company delivering excellence during your claims process? Auto Owners Insurance has been recognized as highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance claims experience 5 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Let an Auto Owners independent insurance agent have your back, so when the unthinkable happens, you get the claim service you deserve. For J.D. Power and Associates award information, go to jdpower.com. Find your local independent agent at autoowners.com. The Gravity Light is designed to sell for around $5. Each 3-second pull on the bag produces a half hour of useful light. It's cheaper than solar technology. Co-creator Martin Ritterford can explain that.
The trouble with solar technology is that you have to charge a battery with the solar power that you've gained from the sun, then use the battery power to power at night. So it was really important to find the cheapest way of supplying reasonable quality light to these people.
To these people, the Gravity Light can be a giant leap forward. Right now, says Jim Reeves,
A third of the world's population is off-grid. So you've got large communities across Africa and India and South America and even Northern Europe and into Russia where power is either intermittent or absent. So we want to take a large number of the devices out to the intended end users, get feedback on how the product would perform in the field. It's very different from the conventional solutions that people will be familiar with.
To them, changing the world is, to use our late colleague Eric Severid's phrase, not so wild a dream. The Osgood File. I'll see you on the television come Sunday morning on CBS. This is Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
It's the President's Day event at your local Ford dealer. Yeah, it's time to save big at your local Ford dealer right now. Save your hard-earned money on the Ford that's right for you. Well, that's right.
If you've been waiting for the best time to get your next vehicle, your wait is over. For 5 days only, you'll find special President's Day deals on just about every Ford vehicle on the lot. But these offers are only available from February 14th to the 18th, so don't miss it.
It's the President's Day event at your local Ford dealer. Oh, yeah. You're gonna save big at your local Ford dealer. How about now? Because the time is right to find a Ford that's right for you.
Fact is, if you're looking to save on just about any new Ford, there's never been a better time to buy. But hurry.
It's the President's Day event at your local Ford dealer.
It all ends President's Day.
Now, for a limited time, save $20 on radiator or transmission flushes at Canega Tire Factory. And if you're watching your budget, ask about the latest variety of quality used passenger and light truck tires. For over 50 years, you've trusted Canega to keep you and your family on the road. And Canega services just get better and better. From tires to struts, brakes to free battery checks, even propane for your barbecue and RV. Still at the Y in Lebanon, the place to buy your tires and more is still Canega Tire Factory.
Into the woods and onto the waters. Listen to Northwestern Outdoors, Saturday nights on Smart Talk 1580.
Yes. Hey, thank you for coming back to us on Valley Talk. We had a little bit of a turn there, and we interrupted Chris Schivel's conversation. And let's talk again to Chris. Chris, now, what do you want to do in the future?
I want to become a psychiatrist, but anything in the medical field would be nice. So.
Why psychiatry?
Well, I find the brain to be very interesting, like just the different uses we as humans can, manipulate ourselves to do certain things. Like one thing being, picking up a pencil to, our brain kicking in when we're in an adrenaline rush and pushing like a ton boulder off of us.
Why psychiatry instead of brain surgery?
It's not that, anything in the medical field would work for me, but just, different ways to use our brain, I guess. Like, I understand that in brain surgery, you can go through and fix certain things like that, but psychiatry, being able to look at someone and tell, that they're having a problem doing this. So, like, word-to-word conversation with them might be able to be the quickest solution to that.
Do you like Alfred Hitchcock or really interesting dramas like that?
I haven't really paid attention to anything like that. I'm not really a read or watch type learner. I'm more of a, go out and do something type learner.
The reason why people make decisions they do, that's very interesting to you.
Yes. Instinct and human intellect on that.
What are you getting out of the youth leadership program?
Pretty much what a lot of people have been saying, just all the small businesses in Albany and how, they're putting forth all this effort for, a town like us and, the different things that Albany can accomplish as just a city, whereas, Portland can do, so much more, but Albany has its little part in Oregon as well.
Let's say you're president of the United States. Let's say, Chris, you're president of the United States right now. What's the first thing you'd do? You hold the fate of the world in your hands.
I would probably quit because that would not be the best idea.
Okay, you can't quit as the president. You're the leader. You're the leader of the free world. Leader of the largest, most powerful nation in the world. What would you do?
I guess I would. Being president, you don't really have that much leeway to what you can do. It would go through Congress, but I guess I would look at, personally getting rid of credit cards because I really don't see credit cards as a good idea.
Okay. But, Note to self, get rid of credit cards. Congratulations, Chris. Thanks for taking part of the program. Thanks for being with us on Valley Talk.
Thank you.
Ryan, now we had a chance to talk to Ryan when we took that premature break there. Ryan, what's your last name?
Radke.
What do you want to do in the future?
I've really looked into architecture.
And why is that?
Science, math, and a little bit of design and creativity in there. The three main components of what I really do.
What is the biggest problem facing the United States of America today?
Other than Korea?
But if that's what you think the big problem is, and why is that?
Well,
you say other than Korea. Obviously, Korea you think is the big problem for us.
No, that's the media spot right there.
Okay.
I mean, that's all our generation is looking at right now, is all these bad problems, all the things that are wrong with our nation right now, looking at drugs, drug cartels, illegal immigration. In the long run, it's just a perspective of which one is worse to you. And here on the West Coast, I mean, that's more of a problem. Fear is something that U.S. citizens tend to live in and thrive in because that's what the media projects.
Okay. Do you think the media is being honest with us?
I'm not a media reporter, so I can't tell you if I think people are honest or not.
Well, no, but you're sitting on that side. You're a consumer of the media product. You're listening to what the media is telling you. Being honest, you think? Or is there a lot of spin going on?
I'm seeing this whole gossip conversation with something that starts in Korea or something that happens, and then as it progresses its way over, the story gets bigger and bigger. It wasn't just a small little minnow you caught at the end of the story. You caught a shark. So that's what I see, the projection happening. It just gets bigger from the projector.
All right. But still want to go into architecture?
Yes.
Not into media?
Oh, no.
Okay. Can you trust the media, you think?
Not Fox.
Oh, okay. A little bit of a bias there. So you're
just
CNN.
joshing.
Okay, so you're
Banking these days can be pretty impersonal. You've got your big banks, your internet banks, your do-it-yourself banks, and your too big to fail banks. That's wwhy you might be interested in an alternative. Willamette Community Bank. Hello, this is Bill Higbee, residential lender. You deserve better service without sacrificing a thing. So if you're feeling underserved, make the switch to the best banking option out there with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank. Service like no other. We promise. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Winter in Oregon. Some of us have been inside so much we feel a little bottled up. There's a perfect solution. The Newport Seafood and Wine Festival, presented by Chinook Winds Casino Resort. The original and still the best. Since 1978, the Newport Seafood and Wine Festival has attracted visitors from around the world to the Central Oregon coast. Try out your French with the 2013 theme Cirque du Vin, Seafood and Wine. You'll have a chance to sample some of the most sumptuous, mouth-watering seafood, and you'll discover why the wine world comes to Oregon when they're searching for excellence. Booth after booth of the best seafood and wine. Commercial wineries competing with each other, as well as an amateur wine competition. The Newport Seafood and Wine Festival, February 21st through the 24th. Don't crab about being bottled up all winter. Swing out to Newport and enjoy. For tickets and other information, visit seafoodandwine.com.
Albany's Mennonite Home is pleased to have earned a perfect score from the state of Oregon surveyors, making Mennonite Home one of the top skilled nursing and rehabilitation facilities in Oregon, providing the highest possible quality of care. As part of the Mennonite Village Retirement Community, Mennonite Home provides the rehabilitation and therapy services for people of all faiths transitioning from a hospital stay to home. They work directly with each resident's health care, pharmacy, and insurance providers, making life easier for residents and their families. A wide range of resident programs are offered to meet individual interests, including outdoor gardening, scenic walks, cooking and baking, art and music, pet therapy, and brain fitness activities. Mennonite Home is where you'll find superior standards and amazing levels of devotion. The proof is in their reputation and resident satisfaction. Rooms are currently available. Call Geraldine at 541-928-7232 or visit MennoniteHome.com.
For too long, we've spent our weekends searching for the right tool when we should have been using the right tool. It's time to go to Ace. We'll find Craftsman tools the second we walk in. We can fix that wobbly table and still have time for televised sports. Get your weekend back.
Ace is the place for Craftsman tools.
And Economy Supply is your Ace place in the Mid-Valley to get them. Economy Supply Building and Contractor Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Ace, the helpful place.
Yahoo Sports Radio, weekends on 1580 KGAL.
Yahoo! And this Valley Talk, Dave Adams. No, we weren't censoring the previous person we were talking to a little bit. We just had a bit of flutter on the line, and that caused the automation to switch into a break. We're now for the end of the Valley Talk show, and we've got about 6 more young people from the Albany, Oregon Area Chamber of Commerce Youth Leadership Program. Alex Mowry is with us right now. Alex, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
What do you want to do in the future?
Right now, what I'm thinking of is I want to be a high school history teacher and a government teacher.
Why?
I just enjoy, I'm just intrigued with the way our government system works, and I wouldn't mind teaching that to others.
What's the biggest concern that youth have today?
My biggest concern would be the lack of bipartisanship in our Congress and just our whole government. Just because we can't really settle things to be finished, like set and done. Like we see in like the fiscal cliff just being pushed off more and more, and I don't think that should happen.
Okay, thanks, Alex. We got to move along to make sure we get everybody in. Joanna?
Yes, Joanna.
What's your last name?
Zeminski.
What you want to do, and what's the biggest challenge facing youth today?
I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up, and I think right now, with all the safety problems that we've been having with gun control and the shootings in the school, I think that's really scary to the children, and I want to be able to, I love working with kids, and I want to be able to make a safe environment for kids.
Okay, guns. A lot of talk about gun control. What do you think we should do? Anything?
I think a lot of it is awareness that kids are not being told how to have a respect and be safe with guns, and that they need to be able to learn about that.
Okay, Joanna, thank you for talking with us today. Joe, what's your last name?
Miller.
Joe Miller. What do you want to do in the future?
Oh, I want to do something involving business, marketing, that field of commerce in general.
Do you want to make money, or just the challenge of being in business, or what's the draw for you?
Well, it's not the money. I mean, it's always been a kind of passion of mine to just be involved in the social aspect of business, just helping other people out with it too. You know, if I could start a business that will create jobs and just create a lot of jobs, help the economy wherever I'm at.
Okay. Hey, thanks for being with us today. Ben Engel. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Do you play sports?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard your name. What position do you play?
Defensive back and wide receiver.
Okay. What do you want to do in the future?
Either athletic trainer or PE teacher.
Why?
I like sports.
Biggest challenge facing the country today, the United States?
I'm just going to go with everybody else, the economy. How
do we fix it?
That's a great question.
Let's ask Trent.
All right.
Thanks for being with us, Ben. Trent, what's your last name?
Webb.
What do you want to do?
I want to be involved with law enforcement.
Why?
I don't know.
Catch the bad guy?
Yeah. Just watching those TV shows growing up and all the, like, Criminal Minds now, like all those criminal shows, and the dream job's the FBI, so.
Why the FBI?
I don't know. It's just like the high point.
Do you like CSI?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff, so.
Biggest challenge facing us today is what?
I mean, probably what just everybody's been saying. The economy and what to do. Nobody really has the answer, and we're still looking for it, so.
Do you have the answer?
No.
Do you want to help find it?
Nah, I'm in the justice system.
You're going to catch the bad guy?
Yep.
Okay. Hannah's very excited about talking on the radio.
No.
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 She's also very honest. What's your last name?
Jefferson.
What do you want to do? You want to be a talk show host?
No, definitely
You want to
not.
come over here and sit in this chair and interview? Okay.
I want to be a social worker.
Why?
Because I want to help the kids that can't help themselves in bad situations at home. Yeah.
Biggest challenge facing the United States today is what?
Okay, I don't think this is the biggest problem, but I'm going to be different than everyone else and say
Go right ahead.
obesity.
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 Are there any other youths that have to come in and talk? Is Hannah the last one? Because I want to talk about that.
Sierra Henderson.
Obesity. Yeah, I've lived in New Zealand people that have listened to this show that say, here he goes on New Zealand again.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in New Zealand for 9 months. First thing I noticed when I got off the airplane at the airport in Los Angeles was I thought, what happened to these people? They're huge. Because overseas they get more activity, they eat less, and I got off the plane and it just slapped me right in the face and it's the first time I really realized the statistics are true, that the biggest problem we have here health-wise, I think, in the United States is obesity.
Definitely.
You kind of pushed a button with me, so sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay, Hannah, thank you for visiting with us today.
Oh, no problem.
All right, now we're going to pick on you. What's your name?
Sierra
What's your last name, Sierra?
Henderson.
And what do you want to do in the future and why?
I want to be an interpreter for the deaf because I really enjoy sign language, and I think it's really cool how you can talk with your hands.
Do you know any sign language?
Yeah, I know some.
Oh, okay. ASL, American Sign Language, or I think it's Signing Exact English, or ASL. There's 2 or 3 different kinds, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn ASL to be able to go between the deaf and the people English, But right now I know how to just do English Sign Language, but I have to learn how to flip it around to make it ASL.
The difference is what?
The structure of the sentence.
Okay.
Because it's kind of, and you won't sign every word.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to pick and choose your signs, and
Where signing exact
confusing.
English is you sign every word, right?
Yes.
Okay. Biggest concern that youth have today is what? Your age group.
Just completing college, and because I know that it's a lot harder, and there are a lot of people who end up just dropping out and taking the easy route, getting a job that they won't necessarily enjoy for the rest of their lives.
Why are they dropping out?
I'd say
Money?
Money and just the stress of it, because it's really hard to go to college and work at the same time. But
Okay.
it can be done.
Coming to the end of the show here, what are you taking away from the leadership program here at the Greater Albany Chamber of Commerce? What are you learning?
I've learned a lot about the local and state government that I've learned in school, but I got to see it firsthand through this program.
Okay. Hey, thank you for being with us today. Kimberly, thank you for being with us today and bringing the students. Very interesting talking to them and hearing what their concerns are.
Thank you.
Tomorrow on Valley Talk, it's going to be Vet Talk. We're going to be talking about vets and guns. Very interesting topic. Join us tomorrow here on the program. I'm Dave Adams. If you have a show topic you would like us to talk about, send me an email, dave@kgal.com. Incidentally, we are giving away a gift certificate for Albany's Quiznos, $10 gift certificate. Get your applications in now, dave@kgal.com.
Serving the Mid-Valley for over 50 years. You're listening to News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.